Kat Dennings, celebrated for her sharp wit and magnetic screen presence, has long been a subject of public fascination. While her roles in Two Broke Girls and the Marvel Cinematic Universe have made her a household name, there's a wealth of lesser-known facets to her life that remain largely unexplored. Beyond the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, Dennings has navigated a series of personal experiences and choices that reveal a more intricate and compelling narrative. From her unconventional upbringing in a historic and allegedly haunted 17th century house to her early decision to adopt a stage name at the tender age of 9, Dennings' life story is anything but ordinary. Her journey encompasses a range of intriguing elements, including her forays into screenwriting, her candid reflections on past relationships, and her private yet profound wedding ceremony. These aspects, often overshadowed by her on-screen persona, offer a deeper insight into the woman behind the roles. In this video, we'll delve into 7 private details about Kat Dennings that she has kept away from the limelight, shedding light on the experiences and choices that have shaped her unique path. Childhood in a haunted. Kat Dennings' childhood was anything but ordinary. Raised in a house built in 1694, her earliest memories are steeped in the kind of ghostly intrigue most people only encounter in horror films. The Pennsylvania residence, with its weathered wooden beams and colonial architecture, stood like a relic from another world. But beyond the creaky floors and antique charm, there was something undeniably unsettling about the place. From a young age, Dennings began noticing strange phenomena that couldn't be explained. Lights would flicker without warning, plunging rooms into sudden, eerie darkness before snapping back on just as abruptly. Objects, small ones at first, would shift positions or vanish entirely, only to reappear in unlikely spots. Even as a child, she understood these weren't just coincidences. The house seemed alive, watching and reacting, as if its centuries-old walls held secrets it refused to bury. Her family, though pragmatic, couldn't ignore the peculiar energy surrounding their home. They heard footsteps on the stairs when no one was there, whispers in the silence, and the unmistakable sensation of being watched. For Dennings, who would grow into a performer with a flair for the fantastical, this haunting backdrop almost seemed like an early rehearsal for the strange and surreal characters she'd one day play on screen. Adding to the mystique, the home was a local historical landmark, frequently visited by enthusiasts curious about colonial life. Tour groups would stroll through the halls, marveling at its preservation and speculating about the lives of those who had once lived and perhaps still lingered within its walls. This rotating cast of curious strangers added to the house's already uncanny energy. It wasn't just a place to live, it was a stage where the past and present collided in bizarre, often unexplainable ways. Living in such an environment undoubtedly shaped Dennings' worldview. Her affinity for the darkly whimsical and her ease within the weird and wonderful corners of Hollywood seemed like a natural extension of her upbringing. The haunted house wasn't just a childhood home, it was a gothic cradle that helped mold her imagination, her edge, and her deep-rooted fascination with the unknown. For Kat Dennings, the supernatural wasn't just a bedtime story, it was home. The origin of Kat Dennings. Before she became a familiar face on screen, Kat Dennings was Catherine Litwack, a name she would ultimately leave behind in favor of something more striking, more stage-ready. Her decision to adopt a new moniker came early, at just 9 years old, a clear signal that she was already thinking like a performer. Long before Hollywood came calling, young Catherine had a sense of what it meant to create a persona, to shape an image that could live larger than life. The name Kat was inspired by one of her earliest cinematic influences, Christina Ricci's portrayal of Kat Harvey in the 1995 film Casper. That character, cool yet sensitive, quirky yet grounded, resonated deeply with Dennings. She admired Ricci's performance and felt a kinship with the name, short, punchy, and effortlessly cool. Kat wasn't just a nickname, it was a choice that encapsulated a certain mood, a vibe that Dennings would eventually come to embody in her own acting style. But choosing a surname was a bit more personal. While Kat gave her a sense of character, Dennings gave her roots. The name was adapted from Janine Denny, the French-born wife of acclaimed fantasy author Lloyd Alexander, who was a close family friend. Alexander's influence loomed large in her childhood, and the connection to Denny felt like a subtle tribute to both the literary world and the personal relationships that shaped her early creative mind. In choosing Dennings, she honored that history while giving it a twist that felt her own. What's remarkable is not just the choice of the name, but the thought process behind it. Most 9-year-olds are preoccupied with cartoons or homework, but Dennings was already thinking about branding. She recognized that Catherine Litwack might not command attention on a movie poster or television screen. Kat Dennings, however, was sleek, sharp, and memorable, exactly what a future star would need to stand out. This early rebranding wasn't just a childhood whim, it was a strategic move that revealed a precocious understanding of the entertainment industry. Even before her first audition, Dennings had taken a major step toward self-definition. She wasn't waiting for Hollywood to label her. She was already crafting the image she wanted the world to see. Personal struggle in past relationship. Before her marriage to musician Andrew W.K., Kat Dennings navigated a complex path through a series of emotionally turbulent relationships. Beneath the confident, witty persona known to fans was someone who had been deeply affected by connections that lacked emotional depth and authenticity. She has spoken candidly about how several of her past partners struggled with vulnerability, often shutting down rather than opening up, leaving her feeling isolated even in moments that were supposed to be intimate. These experiences left emotional scars. Dennings, known for her sharp sense of humor and commanding screen presence, found herself grappling with doubt and emotional fatigue in her personal life. The pattern of emotional unavailability led her to question whether genuine love and connection were even attainable in the often superficial circles surrounding fame. She grew guarded, developing a tough exterior that masked a growing hesitation to fully trust again. The turning point came when she met Andrew W.K., whose approach to love and life couldn't have been more different from what she was used to. Known for his eccentric rock persona, Andrew turned out to be deeply sincere, gentle, and surprisingly grounded. His openness and emotional clarity were not only refreshing, they were transformative. For someone who had grown accustomed to guessing where she stood in a relationship, Andrew's transparency and consistency felt like a revelation. What stood out most was the complete lack of pretense. There were no games, no veiled meanings, and no second guessing. His kindness and unwavering respect helped Dennings slowly lower her emotional defenses. Instead of having to navigate emotional distance, she was met with unwavering presence and loyalty. It was in this steady, drama-free dynamic that she found the safety she'd always longed for. Their relationship evolved in a quietly meaningful way, culminating in a private wedding that reflected the authenticity of their bond. There was no spectacle, just two people deeply in sync, committing to a life built on respect, humor, and mutual understanding. For Dennings, it wasn't just about finding love. It was about finding someone who made her feel safe enough to love fully in return. After years of disappointment and disillusionment, her relationship with Andrew W.K. marked the beginning of a chapter defined not by fear, but by trust. A private and intimate wedding. Kat Dennings and Andrew W.K. made the bold decision to marry in a private, intimate ceremony at their Los Angeles home, opting for a celebration that was deeply personal rather than grandiose. Their wedding was a stark contrast to the flashy, media-driven spectacles that often accompany celebrity marriages. Instead, the focus was squarely on the couple's love and the people who mattered most to them. The event was attended by a small, tight-knit group of close friends and family, including longtime friends Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song, creating an atmosphere of warmth and familiarity. The couple's choice to keep the ceremony low-key reflected Dennings' desire to prioritize authenticity over public spectacle. She wanted the day to feel genuine and reflective of their relationship, rather than something designed for the entertainment of outsiders. The decision to marry at home, in the comfort of familiar surroundings, only amplified the feeling of intimacy and personal connection. Dennings, known for her hands-on approach to life, took an active role in the wedding planning process. While many brides might delegate tasks to planners or stylists, Dennings preferred to curate her special day herself. She was involved in everything from selecting the floral arrangements to designing the arch under which she and Andrew exchanged vows. The floral choices were thoughtful and natural, eschewing overly formal or extravagant designs for something that felt more in tune with her style, a reflection of the couple's values of simplicity and authenticity. For her wedding dress, Dennings chose a vintage Alexander McQueen gown, which combined elegance with a touch of modernity. The dress, though beautiful and sophisticated, was understated, allowing her to shine without overpowering the private, personal nature of the day. The entire atmosphere was one of ease and simplicity, with every detail reflecting their shared desire to celebrate their love in a meaningful and unpretentious way. The wedding was a testament to Dennings' personality, unapologetically genuine and hands-on, yet never seeking to draw attention for the sake of it. The couple's decision to keep their ceremony small and personal, surrounded by those who truly mattered, set the tone for their marriage, one built on love, mutual respect, and the importance of creating meaningful, authentic moments together. Passion for writing. Kat Dennings has long harbored a passion for writing that extends far beyond her work as an actress. While her presence on screen has earned her widespread recognition, her creative ambitions reach into the world of storytelling in more behind-the-scenes capacities. One of her early ventures into writing was co-authoring the screenplay Dreams Suck with her brother, a project that showcased her ability to craft compelling narratives from a different perspective. The script gained notable attention, landing a spot on the prestigious Blacklist, a collection of Hollywood's best unproduced scripts. This recognition was a clear signal that Dennings had an eye for writing stories that resonated with others, offering a glimpse into her sharp mind and creative vision. But Dennings' involvement in shaping narratives didn't stop with writing. She also embraced the role of executive producer for the Hulu series Dollface, a project that allowed her to step even further behind the camera. Serving as an executive producer gave Dennings the chance to influence the creative direction of the show, helping to shape the storylines and ensure that the series aligned with her personal tastes and values. Her role in Dollface wasn't just a by-the-book producing gig. It was an opportunity for Dennings to weave her own creative threads into the fabric of a project she felt passionate about. By guiding the show's development, she had the ability to impact the characters, the tone, and the overall vision of the series, ensuring that it reflected her unique perspective. Her passion for writing and behind-the-scenes work underscores a broader desire to create and shape narratives in ways that go beyond traditional acting. Dennings has demonstrated time and again that her creative aspirations extend to all facets of the entertainment industry, not just the roles she portrays on screen. Whether through crafting original screenplays or taking on the responsibility of shaping a television series as an executive producer, Dennings has proven herself to be a multifaceted talent with a keen interest in the entire creative process. Her behind-the-scenes contributions reflect her desire to have a deeper impact on the stories being told, not just as an actress but as a storyteller in her own right. These experiences continue to fuel her passion for the craft, allowing her to explore new avenues of creativity while still remaining grounded in the world of entertainment that first captured her imagination. Early career as a vlogger. In the early 2000s, long before social media became a ubiquitous tool for celebrities to connect with their fans, Kat Dennings was already embracing the digital world through a personal blog and YouTube channel. During this time, social media was still in its infancy, and many public figures had yet to fully understand the potential of these platforms. Dennings, however, saw them as a way to share her life and connect with her audience in a more personal and authentic way. Her blog and YouTube videos were a refreshing departure from the polished, curated images many stars were still cultivating. Dennings used these platforms to offer an unfiltered glimpse into her thoughts, experiences, and daily life, sharing everything from personal musings to candid reflections on her career and the entertainment industry. It wasn't uncommon for her posts to showcase her sharp wit, humor, and introspective nature, allowing fans to see sides of her personality that weren't typically. Dennings' ability to be herself in a raw and unpretentious way helped build a strong connection with her followers. Her openness made her relatable, showing that even though she was a rising star, she was just like anyone else, navigating life, questioning things, and finding humor in the everyday. This authenticity, especially in an era when social media was still relatively new, set her apart from other celebrities who were hesitant to reveal too much of their personal lives. Her YouTube channel, though modest in production value compared to today's influencer standards, was a place where Dennings allowed her fans to see her in a more genuine, unguarded state. Whether she was vlogging about her thoughts on a recent project or simply sharing her observations on life, the channel became a digital diary that resonated with those who appreciated her sincerity and humor. This early adoption of digital platforms demonstrated Dennings' willingness to break the mold and connect with her audience on a deeper level, long before it became common for stars to cultivate an online persona. It reflected her desire to be seen not just as an actress, but as a real person, someone who could be both relatable and entertaining. This candidness and willingness to embrace the digital age only strengthened her bond with fans, making her a pioneer in celebrity engagement through online platforms. Deep appreciation for literature. Kat Dennings' passion for literature goes beyond casual reading. It's a deep-seated appreciation for the written word and the history behind it. She has long been an avid reader, with a particular fondness for vintage books. Her collection of rare and antique volumes speaks to her fascination with both literature and history, as these books represent more than just stories. They are pieces of the past, often with rich histories and timeless insights. Her love for these old texts is not only about the stories within the pages, but also about the tangible connection to a bygone era that they offer. Dennings' interest in vintage books isn't just a passing hobby. It's a reflection of her broader intellectual curiosities and a desire to engage with literature on a deeper level. She often shares her love for reading with friends and peers, and this passion extends into her social life. She co-founded a book club with friends, a group cleverly named Grape Expectations, which brings together like-minded individuals who share her enthusiasm for literature. The club serves as a space for discussion, where members can dive into various genres, debate interpretations, and discover new authors, all while cultivating a deeper sense of connection with one another. Her collection and book club revealed that Dennings is not only interested in literature as a form of entertainment, but also as a means of intellectual stimulation and growth. The books she collects often span a wide range of genres and periods, from classic literature to obscure works that might not receive mainstream attention. This diversity in her collection speaks to her open-mindedness and willingness to explore the vast landscape of human thought, history, and creativity through the lens of literature. Her love for vintage books also complements her artistic pursuits. Just as she seeks depth and meaning in the characters she portrays on screen, Dennings approaches books with the same level of engagement and interest. For her, reading is not just a passive activity. It's an opportunity to explore different perspectives, challenge ideas, and immerse herself in the worlds created by authors. This intellectual curiosity enriches her personal and professional life, providing her with a well-rounded foundation of knowledge and creativity that complements her career in the entertainment industry. In a world where quick entertainment often dominates, Dennings' commitment to the timeless art of reading, especially vintage books, shows her dedication to nurturing her mind and spirit while remaining deeply connected to the power of storytelling. Kat Dennings' life is a tapestry woven with unique experiences, personal growth, and creative endeavors that extend beyond her public persona. Her journey illustrates the complexities and depth that often lie beneath the surface of celebrity narratives. If you found these insights into her life compelling, consider subscribing to our channel for more explorations into the untold stories of your favorite personalities. Don't forget to like and share this video to spread the intrigue. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What surprised you the most about Kat Dennings?